Hi there, I'm Dan Houston. I'm the editor of Classic Boat magazine, and we're here at the London Boat Show with a big stand featuring various skills and various boats, wooden boats being built today, still current, and we are here from the 9th to the 18th of January, Sunday inclusive, and I'm going to take you around the stand and show you what we've got and hopefully meet some of our sponsors and some of the people involved. Right, so I've come over here to the Hammock Stand, which is a feature that is being brought up by the Royal Navy Museum at Portsmouth, and here I've got Clive and George, and they're here demonstrating how to get into a Royal Navy hammock. This is how sailors used to sleep at sea back in the days. Well, when were hammocks?
They went out in the late 60s, early 70s when they disappeared.
So then sailors went into bunks.
Into bunks. Yeah.
Not much room if you've got your wife in there with you. apparently wives did get in here. Isn't that the origin of...
that's the origin of show a leg.
Wakey, rise and shine.
Show a leg.
You've had your time, I've had mine. Get up and show a leg.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so it's one leg up, one leg over.
Your right leg first, followed by the second leg.
Exactly. Push the canvas apart.
Push the canvas apart. That's actually very comfy.
It is,
Yeah. Yeah. Right, wake me up when this is all over. So here we have the lesser known species of the oar maker. And these oars are from Collars, based in Oxford. And they're made of Sitka spruce, very close-grained, long-grained timber. And they're made of that because they bend. When you put them in the water and exert a lot of pressure on them, they'll bend a long way and get a lot of spring. This is how the traditional oars were made, of course. This is a serious oar. Usually takes a guy like this about a day to make one pair of oars. So they're not the cheapest oars on the planet. They're about £250 a pair. The guy who built this boat is absolutely amazing. His name's Ashley Butler, and he's totally self-trained. In fact, he's so dyslexic, he's never passed an exam in his life, and yet he's designed and built this boat, and she's not the first either. She's part of the new Mayflower class, and she's just been built in the Old Mill Creek in Dartmouth in Devon. She's not the first. You've sold a few boats so far.
No, this is the fourth. The first three were one-offs, and people were slightly nervous about buying one-offs, and so we pulled all their qualities together and produced a class.
What's she built on?
She's Iroko planked, all full-length planks. All the Port of Sawn, Douglas fir deck, that's all full-length as well.
Right.
In fact, beam shelf, bilge stringers, it's all full-length. So it's not a longitudinal join in it, giving her a huge strength.
So lots of strength.
Yeah.
And she's unfinished. I don't know if you can see the inside of the boat here, but she's unfinished, so whoever buys her gets a chance to say what goes into her. These wooden boats are the ones that, as we know, last down the ages. They get passed down through generations, and indeed they become heirlooms, or they get restored by people who are interested in this sort of craft. Main thing about wood is they're beautiful to look at. I don't think anyone's disagreeing here at the show. She's definitely the most beautiful boat in the show, without a doubt. So come and see her. Chris here, a venerable sailmaker of the old tradition, who's using traditional tools. They don't quite do it like this in the factory now, although they can still do it like this. They're more about laser cutting and computer-aided design for sails, to make great sails. But it's quite interesting to see some of these old cotton sails. This is how we always used to do it until about the 1960s, and how they were made, how the cringles were put in, different types of canvas, different types of material. And Chris is an expert. He can tell you anything you need to know about sails, design, either modern or old. International Paint are one of our main sponsors on the stand, and they are involved in all sorts of finishes, glues, anything from paint to varnish and epoxies.
Just basically going through creative application techniques for our customers. Basically looking at the satin products as well as the high gloss varnishes and finishes. It's basically just getting the ultimate finish and protection for the boat.
So you're actually teaching people how to put these products on their
Yeah.
boats as well.
Yeah, I
Very
mean,
useful.
For a long time we've had a lot of literature out there, but nothing really beats the hands-on demonstration and customers actually doing it themselves.
I'm going to introduce you to someone I've known for many years who used to be an IT manager where I live down in Brighton, and went off, sold up, did a big midlife, not quite crisis, but midlife change, and went off and taught himself to be a boat builder for 2 years in the west of Wales at Mytech College in Pembrokeshire. John finished his course earlier on last summer, and he's already started out on his own with a small company called Classics for Sale. Last year, Mytech, partly at John's behest, brought a small dinghy which they built on the stand, virtually built on the stand, and this year John has come back and is going to be finishing it off and showing other woodworking skills. This boat is actually made with epoxy, isn't it? It's not traditionally nailed together, it's glued together in the form called clinker ply.
Correct. Biggest benefit, really, really light, dimensionally stable, no seams to
Can we
leak.
see how light? Can you just demonstrate lifting it?
Oh, how light? That light. No
Incredibly light and yet incredibly strong. These are traditional-looking boats, but they're also pretty modern in their approach. It's actually lighter than a glass fibre boat. It uses plywood as a core, and then it's encapsulated in resin. Lasts for many years, and as John says, the benefit is extremely light to get on the deck of your boat. Old Pulteney make a wonderful single malt. It's got the taste of the sea in it, and maybe even the taste of sea dreams. It's a wonderful taste. It's actually the mainland's most northern distillery, up at Wick, in the far north of Scotland, where it's pretty snowy at the moment. And they're offering these drams of whiskey, which you can come along and try. There's 1 or 2 different types to try, and believe me, they're all good. Slangivar. The Cutty Sark project, based nearby in Greenwich, have a big presence on our stand this year. You may or may not know, but she suffered a bad fire a couple of years ago, so there's a lot of work involved in getting her back to normal. And they're here demonstrating various skills involved in the conservation project of the famous tea clipper in London. We've got woodworking skills on display, and there's also quite a big display of rigging, which you can come and see. And they also do work outside the ship itself. They also work on other projects. And of course, they've got the original figurehead of the ship here, which is the witch from the figurehead from the Cutty Sark, which is the witch from Tam O'Shanter's poem, famous Robert Burns poem, where she chases the poet across the river, and she's just able to grab his tail of his horse before he crosses the water, and being a witch, she can't follow him across the water. So here she is in all her finery.
Well, no, it's not for long, I hope. I'm selling it. Thank you, yes.
This lady here is Gillian Nahum, and she runs Hambledon Sails and Yachts, and they do sell boats like this, and they also charter. So is this the ultimate picnic boat?
Well, I think so. What do you think?
I think it's some kind of magnet, magnet for something, magnet for something, isn't it? Definitely. If you're a chap or if you're a girl, whatever.
Yeah, lazy afternoons. I think that's
gonna
what it's
magnetise something. Yeah, sitting in the back here. I can certainly get used to this. One of the problems with old boats when you're restoring them is to find the parts. Go in a normal chandler and they suck their teeth and they say, no, BSF, square, bracket, wrong way round. You've got to get a new boat, sir. That's where the specialists come in. And at the stand, we've got a really top specialist guy called Murray McPhail from Classic Marine. And Murray, you can make just about everything to do with old boats, is that right?
Well, I think that's probably taking a fairly kind view of things, but we can make an awful lot of things for old boats. And funnily enough, that was the start point for Classic Marine, because I was fitting out an old boat, and I thought, this is stupid, I can't find the bits. I'll set up a little place and we'll find the bits. And it turned out, of course, that the bits didn't exist, so guess what? We have to make them. And that's where the whole thing started, some sort of 18 years ago. And since then we've got better at it, and the more we do, the better we get, the more we do.
14,900. This boat's called the Bay Raider, and it comes from Matt Newland. And we can see Matt sat here in the boat. He's so busy, he's ain't even got time to talk to me. So he's happy to be here at the show. She's still very much a traditional boat. She's built of plywood, and I sailed this boat at a little show called Beale Park out at Pangbourne earlier in the summer. And she sails like a witch. She's got real stability and an instant acceleration. She's got a really good feel to her. She's also a camper sailor. You can tuck yourself, the whole family can come aboard this. You can tuck yourself up in the bows, cook your meals while you're afloat or whatever, and trail it back home at the end of the experience. So it's very much something that is available to everyone. But it's not just buying your own boat, but running it can be quite expensive. So the way around that might be to join a syndicate, or better still, join a club. And this is Ian Welsh from the Classic Sailing Club. They have 5 boats based in
Pinmill.
And you sail on the East Coast.
Absolutely, yeah. It's we've got 5 boats of different sizes, from a little Scod 27 foot up to a 37 foot Buchanan, and you can either bareboat charter them, or you can just take a berth when we do weekend trips. We go to various regattas and rallies, and yeah, it's a great way to get sailing without having to commit yourself to buying a boat.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this mini feature that we've put together on the Classic Boat Stand. We've had to put it together quite quickly because the word is that Princess Anne is on her way round and she's going to come and see the stand next. So we've not had much time, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that it makes you think about maybe coming down to visit us here at the show, and also to think about classic boats, wooden boats, and traditional sailing the way it always was, maybe the way it should be. Thanks for watching.